Hey everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with Chef Nick. If you like this video and want to learn more recipes and techniques, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Today we're making my version of a classic deviled egg. Deviled eggs are great for company, it's great for finger foods, it's great for appetizer, really good for the holidays when you have people over. So let's get started. First thing you're gonna need, some hard-boiled eggs. I'm not going to show you how to hard-boil eggs in this video. I already made a video on how to do that. So if you want to learn how to make the perfect, easy, peelable hard-boiled egg, check out that video. So right now we're going to cut open 6 hard-boiled eggs. I like to cut them right in half lengthwise. Just like so. And what I like to do too, every time I cut one open, I like to wipe the knife down because there will be a little bit of yolk on the knife. And if you try to cut into the next egg with that yolk, it could stick to the egg white and it can mess up the presentation if you are focused on that in particular. We're going to take our egg yolks and we're going to pop them into a clean stainless steel bowl. You want to do this somewhat carefully because you want to make sure that the egg white is nice and presentable, not damaged, something like that. If you have a little bit of yolk in the egg white just like that, don't worry about it. You're going to be piping the filling into it and it's going to cover right up. So don't worry about getting every little bit. You do want to get a majority of it so you have a nice good filling amount for filling your egg whites when you're done. But again, you have a little bit in there, it's okay. It's going to get covered up. Alright, now that we have our egg yolks in this nice clean stainless steel bowl, as so, we are going to use a fork to break them up. I like to kind of break them up a little bit before adding the ingredients to kind of help get that process started. Some people like to push them through a mesh strainer or some sort of colander, china cap, something of that nature to help break them up. But I just like to use a fork. Again, this is a classic deviled egg recipe, not a refined deviled egg recipe. Now that we have our egg yolks broken up as so, we're going to start adding our ingredients. Now the classic deviled egg ingredients, we use mayonnaise, use a little bit of tabasco, a little yellow mustard, shout out to French's, got some paprika, salt and pepper. So we'll start with our salt. Do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of paprika. And do about 1/8 of a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. Do a 1/4 teaspoon of tabasco. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon. Don't forget to shake it up because you don't want that liquid coming out before the mustard does. I'm sure it happens to everyone all the time. Just a little shake will prevent that. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard. You could also do Dijon mustard. You want to get a little funky, you could do a whole grain mustard. Whatever mustard you like, classically. And what I like to do, yellow mustard. We got a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. So we're going to take our fork, we're going to mix that up a little bit. I'll take the fork and push it down a little bit just like this to help get the rest of the egg yolks mashed up to make it a little more pipeable. All right. Taste it for seasoning. We're good. So we have our plate of our egg whites right here. You could spoon it in if you like. A lot of people like to pipe it to make it look good. If you don't have a piping bag, don't worry. The zip-up bag works just fine. So I already cut a little corner off right here, as you can probably tell. Just be careful when you cut your corners off. You might look like you're cutting a very small piece off, but it still could be a very big opening because it's going to open up like that. So let's be wary of that. So again, piping bags work great. You could put a little tip in there if you like. You know, maybe a nice star pastry tip to make it nice and rosette looking like. But sometimes you can just do a plain tip like that and pipe it in. Make it look good. What I like to do, whether it's a pastry bag or a Ziploc bag, is fold the top down. Because then what you could do from there, kind of give you something to hold on to, and you could direct the filling right into the tip. And also, it'll give you something to kind of scrape it on. Now that we have our filling in the bag, put it here. Before you close the bag, you want to move it down to the tip. Because if you were to close the bag now, there'd be air in it, and you don't want that to happen. Now you have it moved down. You get Ziploc, close the bag. All right, so we have it piped in, and that was just with a plain tip, or actually no tip. Again, you can use a star tip if you like, but we have our mixture piped into the egg shells just like that, egg white shells just like that. And to give it a little bit of pizzazz, you could do chives on top, or I like to do just a little bit of paprika as well. Yeah. Chef Nick's classic deviled eggs. Yeah, I'll go.